principles that govern all modes.
Breath.
Yeah. I'm looking up Spinoza right now. Okay. So what about the Jewish reaction?
His first one is sense perception. On Spinoza's account, sense perception has its origin in the action of the external body upon one or another of the sensory organs of one's own body. From this there arises a complex series of changes in which amounts to the body's nervous system, as the mind is the idea of the body. It will represent these changes. This, Spinoza contends, is what constitutes sense perception. In order to explain how this act, representation yields perception of an external body, Spinoza appeals to the fact that the changed state of one's body is a function both of nature and of one's body, and the nature of one's external body that causes this state. Of this,
so it's about breath.
Representation of the state will express something more.
So Spinoza viewed God and nature.
It will express the nature of the external body as well. Does that make sense, Cole?
Well, I think he said that Spinoza viewed God and nature as two names from the same reality. And that's kind of about breath. So, namely, the single substance, meaning that which stands beneath rather than matter, that is the basis of the universe, and of which all lesser entities are actually modes or modifications that are, all things are determined by nature to exist and cause effects. It's like, it's Brechtian, you know, and that the complex chain of cause and effect is understood only in part. So his identification of God with nature was more fully explained in his you know, that book Ethics. The humans presume themselves to have free will, but he argues on the other side is a result of their awareness of appetites while being unable to understand the reason why they want and act as they do. So Spinoza has been described by one writer as an Epicurean materialist.
Okay.
Breath.
There's stuff I don't like about him, for sure, but he's a good guy.
But see, God or nature is like the two things that what I was talking about, like his God or nature, okay, is the same as physical and imagination. So, like when it comes to the philosophy of breath, he's basically saying God or nature is being infinite manner, or there are many attributes, of which thought and extension are two. Okay, so his account of the nature of reality then seems to treat the physical and the mental worlds as one and the same. So the universal substance consists of both body and mind, there being no difference between the aspects, and the formulation is a historically significant solution to the mind-body problem known as neutral monism. Spinoza's system also envisaged a God that does not rule over the universe by providence, but a God which itself is the deterministic system of which everything in nature is a part. Thus, according to this understanding of Spinoza's system, God would be the natural world and have no personality. So God is nature and has no personality.
I would say, because
I guess you could say
the mode in which the human body is affected by external bodies must involve the nature of the human body and at the same time the nature of the external body.
Right, but breath would be...
This is a feature of the mind's active representation that expresses the nature of an external body. It explains how such an act constitutes sense perception.